as a child, I grew up pretty fast knowing that if I wanted my parents' attention, or if I wanted my parents' approval, if I wanted my parents' love, then I had to do things to get that, to achieve that. And those things would be to be excellent, to do everything really, really well. You can interpret that kind of wrong. It's kind of like I interpret it as everything I did, I had to do it perfectly. And, we're men, we can't do things perfect. Kind of started the ball rolling that I realized then and there I had to be an overachiever. I really had to really to do everything really well. So as I'm growing up, I'm in high school and I'm still doing everything really, really well. Being raised in a strict home, I did a lot of things like other kids probably would have done. I rebelled. I was out partying with kids my age and drinking and doing the things that Christian kids didn't really or shouldn't do. I went to church still every week, and I was part of the youth group and did all the things that I was supposed to do. But boy, Saturday night and Friday night, I was out with the gang, and I was out tying one on, as they say. That carried over into college, and I went to school to be a teacher. I got my master's in education, and I became a teacher at a Christian school at first, and then after that, I went into a small private special education school where I taught for 17 years. And while I was there, I was doing the things that I thought that I should do. I was still overachieving. I was doing everything to the very best I could do. So they started making it really difficult for the teachers in my bracket to do well. They put so many things on our plate as duties that there was no way we could successfully achieve all of them. So on my 18th year, I got my very first poor evaluation. And maybe that doesn't sound like a lot, but for someone who's been overachieving for all of his life at that point, getting a poor evaluation destroyed me. And I remember that vividly. That night after my boss told me that, I stopped at the state store and purchased a bottle of rum. And I drank that bottle of rum on my way home while driving, drinking and driving. And I finished it at home. And that was the beginning of the end. Well, it wasn't long that they found out that I was found out at the school that as a teacher I was coming to school under the influence of alcohol and trying to teach kids and be a good example to high school students. The two don't match. Eventually I was given a couple chances to change. I still didn't change, and I was asked to resign. So with that, I came to Team Challenge. I came to Team Challenge for one reason at that time. My one reason only was to save my marriage. But it was the best way God got me to be here because everything changed. I got to trust men. I got to talk to and be counseled by and pray with men like Pastor Bradley, Sean Ryan, Pastor Dave. I mean, these people were huge influences in my life, and it opened up so much. I was baptized. I was dunked on January, or actually it was New Year's Eve of this past year, and I would never have done that before. I would have never, said before the world, I'm a believer. But I want to finish up. I want to say this. One of the very first things that I learned from Teen Challenge was this. I had, like I said, I was an alcoholic, and I tried the Alcoholics Anonymous meetings. One of the things that you do at the Alcoholics Anonymous meetings is you go around the table and you say, your name, you say, hey, I'm Mike Mastorovich, and I'm an alcoholic. Well, one of the things I learned here at Teen Challenge is that's not my identity. My identity is that I'm a child of God. I'm a new creation. I'm His chosen child of God.